What is up, friends? Rob here, the Medicare Minister, and I'm back with a brand new word for all of you today that I pray puts fresh wind in your sails and inspires you to go after the dreams that I believe that God has for all of your lives. And listen, before we dive into the subject matter today, the topic of how to be more resourceful in 2022, as always, I want to encourage you to please like, comment, subscribe below. And turn on the notifications. That way you're notified every time we drop fresh content like this. So let's dive right in. How to be more resourceful in 2022 and live the life of our dreams. Well, I'm going to give you a few things today, a few tips that I pray will help you because they've helped me and I've learned it from others. And I know it will work if you will put this into practice. So friends, the first thing we need to ask ourselves is this. Do we really want it? Are we desperate to seeing the dreams that for our lives come to fruition? In other words, we must have deep, compelling reasons why we're doing what we're doing, and we must have them written down, and we must revisit them daily. We must meditate on them daily. Why? Because if we don't have deep reasons why, if we're not desperate, we will quit. We will give up at the first sign of any adversity, pain, or suffering. Right? So we must really want it, or we'll quit and go back to what is comfortable. Let me give you an example. If you had a loved one today that needed a cure, maybe for an ailment of some sort, and it was up to you to raise $150,000, let's just say. And I know I'm being a little dramatic here, but just go along with me. And it was up to you to come up with that money within 24 hours. How many of us, and I'm raising my hand here, would do whatever was necessary to come up with that money? We would call city officials. We would be fundraising. We would be all over social media, letting people, making people aware that we needed to come up with this money or our loved one would die. It would be out of our desperation, our deep, compelling reason why we were doing what we're doing that would allow us to be more resourceful. This is the way that we need to approach our dreams every single day, that I must be desperate in seeing it come to fruition in my life. So not only do we need to ask ourselves, do we really want it, but we must also believe in ourselves and what we're doing. It blows my mind how many people don't truly believe in themselves. They believe that everyone else deserves to win. They believe that everyone else deserves success. But for various reasons and factors in their lives, they don't truly believe that they deserve to win. And maybe that's you today. Maybe your first step is to really believe in yourself, that you deserve to win, that God has given you a unique talent, a unique skill set, and he's just waiting for you to take action and make the first step. But not only do we got to believe in ourselves, but we must believe in what we're doing. Is what we're doing truly making a difference? Is it upgrading people's lives? Because it makes all the difference in the world. I've heard it said this way, that resourcefulness is a result of believing in myself, believing in what I'm doing, but also knowing what I truly want and why I want it. Let me say this again. Resourcefulness is what I've heard said before, that it's believing in yourself and what you're doing, plus knowing what you want and why you really want it. And friends, the next step after that is simply to take massive action, no matter how imperfect that action may be. So once again, we must believe that we really want it. If we want to be resourceful and live the life of our dreams in 2022, we must believe in ourselves and what we're doing. And one quick tip that I will give you to help begin that journey to being more resourceful is to stop. Stop today saying, I can't afford it. I used to say this all the time, that I couldn't afford that training course. I couldn't afford to go to that conference. I couldn't afford to invest in advertising or marketing for my business. I couldn't afford that coach or that mentor that would help me go to the next level. And I learned how to replace it with, how can I afford it? This statement, the first one, is birthed out of limiting beliefs and scarcity. This one is birthed out of empowerment and creativity. One imprisons me, one propels me. And what I want you to see today is that when you begin to replace I can't afford it with how can I afford it, it begins to unlock the creativity in your mind, and you begin to start thinking of ways that you can afford it, right? That desperation kicks in, that I must do whatever is necessary to achieve the dreams and goals that I have for my life. So let me give you an example. Maybe you want to invest in your business or buy that certain piece of equipment or hire that mentor or coach. And so I start thinking of ways that I can afford it. Maybe I start a side hustle today and I start delivering groceries and food, or maybe I wash cars. I've even heard of people doing their own fundraisers to raise the money to invest in themselves. Listen, you are more creative than you realize, because you were created in the divine image of a creator who is divinely creative. That's a lot of divines there, but you get what I'm saying. You are more creative than you give yourself credit for. So let's quickly recap. I must ask myself, do I really, really, really want this? Do I believe in myself? And do I believe in what I'm doing? And will I start replacing limiting, disempowering statements with empowering and creative statements? If the answer is yes, then you will learn how to be more resourceful, and you will begin your journey to living the life of your dreams. Well, friend, as always, I pray once again that this has encouraged you. I like to say, put fresh wind in your sails. And please like, comment, and subscribe below, as I stated earlier. God bless you guys. Make it an awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon.